Welcome to Career Experience TV. Let's skip the fluff today, all right? We need to drop right into a situation that, let's be honest, almost every ambitious professional has faced at least once.
Picture this. It's 11 p.m. Your desk is just covered in half-empty cold coffee cups. You're staring at a glaring monitor with 40 different browser tabs open, company research, job boards, outdated resumes. The harsh blue light is literally burning your tired eyes, and the only sound in the room is that low hum of your computer fan. You just asked an AI to write a cover letter, and you were staring at this uninspired, robotic, totally generic text it just spit out. And right then, that quiet, sinking panic sets in. You have all this world-class technology right at your fingertips, and yet, you feel completely overwhelmed and entirely unoriginal.
So that heavy, overwhelming feeling you're having right there? Researchers at the MIT Media Lab actually have a name for it. They call it machine fog. You see, it happens when we passively rely on AI to just do the thinking for us without having any kind of foundational blueprint. It leads to weak brain connectivity and, frankly, incredibly poor recall. Essentially, by just throwing random prompts at generic AI, you're not building a career advantage. You're building a house on sand. You are outsourcing your intelligence instead of actually enhancing it.
But hey, there is a way out of this. Today, we're diving into a specific architectural blueprint designed to completely cure that machine fog. We are going to construct a 4-floor human intelligence system. Floor 1, grounding evidence. Floor 2, deliberate exploration. Floor 3, building a specialized staff. Floor 4, seamless execution. And finally, building your human edge.
All right, floor 1, grounding evidence, specifically using Google's Notebook LM. Because look, before you can explore anything, you absolutely need a bedrock foundation.
And the contrast here really highlights the core problem with how most people use AI. General AI has this really dangerous habit. It acts kind of like a brilliant lawyer who argues beautifully but completely fabricates the evidence. It sounds so confident, even when it's totally wrong. Notebook LM, on the other hand, anchors you in reality. It restricts its knowledge solely to the materials you upload, your PDFs, your meeting transcripts, your textbooks. So instead of artificial incompetence, it gives you the receipts, right? Exact citations proving exactly where its answers came from.
Now, what makes this ground floor so powerful is how it bypasses our tiny working memory. Trying to read a 500-page textbook in one sitting is, well, it's like trying to squeeze a mountain through a straw. But Notebook LM solves this with 2 modes. In focus mode, you're at your desk, actively investigating your uploaded documents, following the breadcrumbs. But the real magic happens in diffused mode. You step away from your desk, and Notebook LM turns your research into an interactive audio podcast. You can literally listen, learn, and even interrupt the AI hosts with questions while you're commuting or, cooking dinner. It physically moves that information right into your long-term memory.
Okay, once your foundation is poured and grounded in truth, we move up. Floor 2 is deliberate exploration. This is where we bring in a frontier model like Gemini to do some real heavy lifting.
Now, what's truly staggering here is the sheer scale of Gemini's active memory, 2 million tokens. Let me put that into perspective for a second. You can feed it a decade of a company's financial history, plus thousands of customer call transcripts, all at the exact same time. It can spot hidden patterns in that massive ocean of data that would literally take a human eye months to find.
But here's the catch. Raw computing power without direction is just going to get you lost faster. To navigate this massive memory, you need a steering wheel. Enter the AIM micro framework. That stands for Actor, Input, and Mission. You have to tell the AI exactly who it is acting as, provide the exact context it needs, and define a highly precise outcome.
Let's look at this in action. Instead of typing a weak prompt like "fix my resume," you use AIM. You tell it to act as the world's most sought-after resume editor. You input your resume, the job description, and your Notebook LM research. And then you give it this super specific mission. Give me 5 specific ways to improve my resume clarity to get a product marketing interview at Nvidia. Boom! That level of precision forces the AI to give you targeted, high-value results.
Now we're really moving. Let's head up to floor 3, specialized staff using GEMS. This is where things get even more personalized.
So, the crucial point here is a major conceptual shift. Think about how you work right now. You probably use folders, right? Folders are static. They just remember where your files are stored so you can organize information. GEMS, however, organize behavior. Starting a new chat with generic AI feels like talking to a random stranger at a train station who knows absolutely nothing about you. But a gem? That's a specialized expert that remembers who you are, what you care about, and exactly how you think across the entire arc of your career.
You're essentially architecting a persistent staff that never has to start from zero. And to build one, you establish 4 pillars. First, assign a role, like a writing coach or an interview prep specialist. Second, set a tone. Maybe you want them to be highly critical or maybe super encouraging. Third, define a clear objective. And fourth, provide a knowledge base. And the best part, you can just feed it the exact notebooks you already built down on floor 1 to ground its expertise instantly. How cool is that?
All right, finally, we take the elevator to the top. Floor 4, seamless execution. This is where your newly built intelligence escapes that little prompt window and enters your actual Google workspace.
Did you know that context switching between disconnected tabs, isolated tools, and scattered files can destroy up to 40% of your productivity time? 40%! We've all felt that exhaustion. You're writing in one place, analyzing in another, storing files somewhere else entirely. An integrated environment is absolutely vital to stop this massive loss of time and energy.
Integrating AI directly into your active workspace, like Google Docs, Drive, and Meet, relieves 3 massive pressures. First, friction. It connects your scattered files so you can instantly reconstruct a cohesive story from old notes without digging through a digital file cabinet. Second, focus. Imagine joining a virtual meeting 5 minutes late, and the AI instantly and privately provides you with 3 bullet points of what you missed, so you don't have to interrupt the room. And third, flavor. Because the AI is living where you work, it actually learns from your history. It learns your tone. It stops writing for you and starts writing with you.
So, as we finish climbing these 4 floors, we really need to take a step back and look at the big picture. Building your human edge.
Because, look, AI is fundamentally changing the mechanics of how we work. It processes the data, it summarizes the meetings, it drafts the outlines. But the meaning behind the work? That is still entirely beautifully human. Your worth isn't a metric or a productivity number that has to just keep growing. As Maya Angelou so perfectly put it, you alone are enough. This 4-floor system gives you a tangible edge, for sure, but you provide the soul, the direction, and the constructive reasoning.
And listen, you don't have to build this edge all by yourself. We would absolutely love to invite you to engage with our community at addismichael.com. We offer some truly incredible resources to accelerate your professional journey. We're talking free career advice, professional CV revamps, website design, specialized interview prep, and even help crafting compelling supporting statements for those job applications. It's just a wonderful space to grow together. The sign-up link is right down in the video description, so please go check that out and join us.
So, Career Experience TV has given you the structural blueprint to conquer information overload and banish that machine fog forever. You have the 4 floors, you have the tools. So I want to leave you with one final vital question to consider as you step back to your desk today. AI can master the mechanics of your career, but what meaning will you build today?